Hey mamas, welcome back to my channel. This is Haley with Let's Mama, and today I'm going to be showing you guys or walking you through second trimester pregnancy symptoms. So if you're getting close to or you're right in the middle of second trimester, which is about weeks 14 through 27, this is going to be a great video for you guys. It'll kind of help you know what to expect, what symptoms are normal, and just kind of show you some solidarity with, I guess, what you're feeling and what I'm feeling, because I'm actually in second trimester right now with my third. So let's go ahead and dive right in. You guys can kind of see what to expect throughout second trimester. Before we get started though, I do want to say if you are new here, we'd love to have you as a subscriber. I love all my YouTube subscribers. You guys are the best. And if you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe and hit the bell. I have tons of pregnancy content that comes out every week. So if you want to go ahead and receive notifications for those, you'll get to see all of my content firsthand, and I hope it really helps you guys. So go ahead and subscribe and let's dive right in. Okay, so you're in second trimester, you're in weeks 14 through 27, and you're feeling different than you did in first trimester, which is totally normal. And honestly, for most women is a really good thing, because first trimester can be kind of a pain for some women. I know I was super excited to be entering into second trimester. My first trimester was filled with nausea and mood swings and exhaustion and all that stuff, which I'm sure you fully are aware of. You may even be in first trimester right now and are just looking forward to second trimester symptoms. And if you're here for that reason, that's awesome too. So let's go ahead and start with the list of what you can expect in second trimester. So the first symptom that you may be feeling is emotional, which is a little bit different than the first trimester mood swings, at least for me. Some women, they kind of don't notice a difference as well, and each pregnancy is even different. Like my 3 pregnancies have all been really different as far as what I was feeling emotionally. But with this one, I can say that my second trimester has definitely been a little bit more emotional and a little bit less mood swingy than first trimester, which is nice because honestly, my mood swings, I just feel so up and down all the time that it's just, I don't know, frustrating for me, I guess, and I'm sure it is for you too. So I was kind of glad to move into the emotional stage, I guess, where I'll watch a cute puppy video and just start crying. And honestly, this is my 3rd pregnancy, and I never felt as emotional, I guess, with my first 2 as this one. And so I've kind of laughed at myself, honestly, a few times, because I'll literally just like listen to a pretty song and like feel like this wave of emotion and want to just start bawling. And I just want you to know that's totally fine. And I tell myself that every day. So if you're feeling emotional, totally normal, obviously is due to excess hormones. You'll probably hear me say that throughout all of my videos about pregnancy, because that's basically the cause of everything. So excess hormones can definitely lead to feeling a little bit emotional. Also, your second symptom is your growing belly and breasts. So we do have kind of the swelling of the breasts in first trimester, and they can be a little bit tender, but now they're just going to be kind of steadily growing as they prepare for breastfeeding. And then obviously you're going to start to notice your belly is going to start picking up finally. So if you're not really feeling like you're showing yet or anything, I know I felt that way. I didn't really notice, even though this is my 3rd baby, which they say you show earlier, I really didn't notice even myself that I was pregnant until about 18 weeks. But then, I mean, if you guys can see now, obviously we're getting somewhere. So the belly will start to pop out for sure. And you're kind of start to see the weight gain on the scale as well, which is always super exciting. You'll notice that at each of your doctor visits, which is obviously not my favorite part. But growing belly is obviously a sign of second trimester that you're going to start to notice pretty soon. Your 3rd symptom you might start to have, which will be brand new, is Braxton Hicks, which are basically false contractions. It's your uterus kind of preparing for labor. They're totally normal. They're completely harmless. And most of the time they're not painful. I know I kind of had some more painful Braxton Hicks in 3rd trimester. People say they're not painful at all, but I disagree with that. So depending on you and your body, your Braxton Hicks may feel a little bit uncomfortable to you, but usually it's going to feel just almost like you're flexing your stomach muscles when you're not. So it's going to feel like almost your stomach's just kind of tightening. and then it will go away. And mine would actually kind of like last a long time. Like it wouldn't feel like it would ever let go. And that's usually means that you're dehydrated. So if you're experiencing frequent Braxton Hicks at this point in pregnancy, go ahead and make sure you're drinking a ton of water, and then also sit down and rest for a little bit because excess activity can also cause them as well. So rest and drink a ton of water if you're experiencing Braxton Hicks, especially if they're not very comfortable. All right, so next symptom is going to be skin changes. You may be noticing this as well. Some of these aren't so fun, like stretch marks, depending on if this is your first baby or third baby, like me. You're going to experience different skin symptoms, especially in the stretch mark department. So some of your stretch marks from previous pregnancies may start to get worse, or you're just going to notice them sooner, all those types of things. If this is your first pregnancy, really, really, really hydrate your skin, your breasts, your backside, thighs even, your stomach is an obvious one. All of those areas that you feel are growing, you're going to want to keep that skin as hydrated and as nutrient filled as possible to help prevent those stretch marks, and then also to help them heal after baby comes. So go ahead and get a really good stretch mark cream. I'll drop the one below that I have found to love after 3 babies. It's kind of been my favorite and I feel like it works the best. I'll put that in the description, but it just kind of to help prevent those stretch marks as you start to grow. Prevention is so much easier than trying to fix them after they've popped up. So if you get started now, it will really help you. Also, some other skin changes you might start to notice is a line down the middle of your belly. That's just kind of like this darker toned line. It's kind of random. I still think it's random. It's called linea nigra, and basically when you have excess hormones, melanin, which is the kind of part of our body that creates skin color, it increases as well. And so that's why you're going to start getting darker nipples for baby to be able to see better when they start to breastfeed. And then you also may notice that line down the middle of your belly. Like I said, totally harmless, doesn't hurt, nothing about it is abnormal, it's completely normal, but that may start to show up around week 24-ish, maybe even a little bit sooner for some women. But if you start seeing a weird line down the middle of your belly, that is normal for second trimester. Also, your skin, since it is stretching and is slightly more sensitive, make sure you're staying in the shade when you're outside. I know right now when I'm shooting the video, it's winter, so we might not have to worry about this as much, but if you're pregnant in the summer months, make sure you're caking on the sunscreen and not sitting out in the sun, or you're gonna have a nasty sunburn. And that's gonna be no fun for you, obviously, nor is it very healthy. So just protect your skin in the second trimester and beyond as your skin stretches. The next thing is you're going to have excess blood flow during pregnancy. Your body's going to be increasing its blood production to take care of you and baby. And so because of that, you may have things like nosebleeds or even feeling like your nasal passages are stuffed. Sometimes I feel this even at night, just kind of randomly. I'll feel swollen. That's just because we have excess blood and excess water in our bodies during pregnancy, and it can kind of swell up those mucous membranes. So that is a symptom you may feel. And like I said, these are all normal. If you're having a ton of nosebleeds or something, maybe tell your doctor and there might be something they can do for you. But most of the time, they're just kind of a nuisance. And honestly, they'll pass with time. It's just one of those pregnancy things we have to deal with. So next symptom is dental issues. Same kind of issue with the blood flow, with the nasal passages, is when we have excess blood flow, it can kind of make our gums a little bit more sensitive, which can cause some dental issues. So I always recommend pregnant ladies to go to their dentist at least once during their pregnancy and just get their teeth cleaned. Maybe switch to a softer toothbrush if you're noticing your gums are bleeding every time you brush, those types of things. But just take care of your teeth. You also may be feeling a little dizzy at times, and like I said, this is due to excess blood flow as well. So when you're having all this blood, and if you're standing up really quickly or sitting up really quickly out of bed, it can really make you feel lightheaded. So you're going to want to just start moving a little bit slower when you're changing elevation. So from laying down to sitting, from sitting to standing, go a little bit slower so that you don't end up seeing stars. But that is normal, and like I said, it is kind of annoying, but just know that if you slow down a little bit, that should go away. All right, so the next symptom is leg cramps. These are super not okay. I usually get these in third trimester, but if some women start in second, and knock on wood, maybe now that I'm talking about it, I'll start tonight, who knows. but I always get them in the middle of the night. That's probably the most common time that pregnant women get their leg cramps. Mine are always my calves. And I mean, I've never had a Charlie horse until I was pregnant. And then I like keeled over in bed one day because my calf just like seized up like a rock. It was awful. So things you can kind of do for that are increase your potassium, eat your bananas, and just drink a ton of water. I know that I say that for a lot of these symptoms, but honestly, hydration is so key for feeling good, for preventing leg cramps and all this kinds of stuff. Also, you can also stretch before bed. I have a pregnancy stretching routine. I'll link that below too if you guys want to check that out. But stretching your calf muscles right before you go to bed can really help with insomnia. The whole stretching routine can help with insomnia, but then also the specific leg stretches can really help prevent those leg cramps while you're sleeping. So maybe give that a try if this is something that you're starting to struggle with. That may be really helpful for you. The next one is increase in vaginal discharge. This is normal throughout pregnancy and will kind of increase as you go. So it'll probably be even a little bit more in third trimester, but as long as your discharge isn't really foul smelling or green or anything strange looking, this is totally normal. It's usually like a milky white or even a clearer color. But yeah, excess vaginal discharge is a sign of progressing in your pregnancy and is due to the excess hormones as well. So you can kind of expect to see that. Another symptom is UTIs. These are actually more common in pregnancy. So just be sure that you're going to the bathroom often when you feel the need to go, staying hydrated. All those things will really help you to prevent your UTIs as much as possible. And if you do feel any like burning or pain when you're urinating, make sure you tell your doctor that at your next visit, or schedule one if you just went and it's going to be a little bit, so that you can get that fixed, because that is no fun. And it can cause actually like fevers and complications later. So if you're kind of suspecting a UTI, make sure you call your doctor. All right, next symptom is actually a good one. You're going to see an increase in energy probably compared to first trimester, which is awesome. Your hormones are starting to balance out. Your uterus kind of takes over. And so that's why you start feeling less nauseous and less tired, and honestly just feeling a little bit better during your second trimester. So yay for that. You're going to start feeling a little bit better. So that's something you can look forward to. And then also another good one is the decrease in nausea. Like I said, when those hormones kind of level out and your uterus is, and placenta are kind of taking over all of that for you, then you don't feel as nauseous either. So those are kind of two things to look forward to in your second trimester. But those are the most common symptoms for second trimester. Those are kind of what I have felt off and on throughout my 3 pregnancies. So I hope this is helpful for you guys. I hope if you are in second trimester, you can kind of relate to some of these, know they're normal, and kind of know how to fix some of the ones that may be bothering you. As always, just talk to your doctor if you're really not feeling good in one way or another. They can really help you out. If we're silent, then no one can really help us. And I've learned that the hard way through now 3 pregnancies. So always talk to your doctor. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I have a pregnancy printable for you guys to help you prepare for your labor and delivery. It's got tons of stuff packed into the printable, and it's totally free. I'll link that below. And then also for my YouTube watchers, my Preparing for Baby, I call it the Let's Bring Baby Home ebook. I just launched to my YouTube watchers, and I'm giving it to you guys for 30% off. So if you guys are interested and you really want to prepare for your baby physically and mentally, and also prepare your home for your baby and bring your baby home from the hospital with confidence, I really encourage you to check that out, and I'll link that below as well. Until then, I will see you guys all in the next pregnancy video, and I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Bye, mamas.